come on, I'm trying to work here. Okay, so my first time on telly. A little bit nervous, but I guess I don't really have to be since it's not real telly. It's just something on our website that people will probably only click on by mistake. Not sure. How am I looking? It may be the first time some of you have seen me from the front not holding some free food. Yeah, that'll be a refreshing little look at me for you, you lucky things, lucky things. First real issue, shall we? Let's get on with it. Right. Murray Wiggle. Yes, we had a live interview with Murray Wiggle this morning, and it turns out his last name is not Wiggle. It's actually Cook. He's the red one. A bit of a legend, you'd have to say, the Wiggles. I'm not quite sure what their legends in children's entertainment, but they're getting old and they're starting to look like pervy uncles. So I guess that's when you have to draw the line there. It's an exclusive club, the legends in children's entertainment. You've got the Wiggles. You've got, I don't know, High Five. Are they still around? There's not very many real live people who are legends in entertainment. You usually have to dress up in something. So yeah, just for wearing skivvies, that's not a bad effort for those guys. Let's try another issue. What have we got here? Queen shaking hands in Ireland. Yeah, this is a big event. People got very excited. She went to Ireland. She shook hands with a guy who used to try and kill members of the royal family. So that was a pretty good gesture from her. I'm not sure what would have happened if she'd, I don't know, hugged him. Imagine if she'd pashed him. There would have been, I guess, people would have just called a national holiday. There would have been parades. Now I'm thinking about the Queen pashing people, and that's just wrong. So we'll move on. Here's another issue. We're looking at apparently giving iwi some shares in the assets that we're selling. So we're going to sell them, but not all of them. Some of them will give as part of treaty settlements, or I don't know what this complicated issue, which I kind of didn't really understand in the first place, has got even more complicated. Way to go, government. You already had the asset sales, which people didn't really like anyway. Now you've mixed it up with treaty claims, which people also get upset about. So yeah, why don't you just throw in some league tables in there. If we can tie that all together, you'll really have an amazing shit fight. All right. Oh, more on the Wiggles. Yeah, I was just thinking, you know how I was saying before that it's not very often that real people become legends in children's entertainment, and that usually you have to dress up, because I guess when you're in a costume, it doesn't really matter if it's the same person. Like once you get old and start looking like a pervy uncle, you can just replace the person in the costume. So I was thinking that maybe to prolong the life of this, you know, this video, TV program, whatever it turns out to be, I could dress up and then it would last forever. What do you think?